Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the Versacarry Zero Bulk Holster. If you own one of these, owned one in the past, or are looking into one, you might understand some of my talking points I'm going to be going over in the video. This holster came out in around 2011 and to date still one of the lightest holsters you can buy, or concealment systems, whatever you want to call it. Other than the price coming out to about around $20 to $25 here in Pennsylvania, the weight is the only positive thing I really have to say about this. To start on my list of negatives, there are no inside trigger guards on these. At least this is the first gen. I'm not sure about the second gen. The first one kind of threw me in a negative for this. So there is no inside trigger guard. So if you're like me, you have this Beretta that has a manual safety, you can use that, but otherwise you do run a risk of anything rubbing up on the trigger, any kind of loose clothing, or anything that else has a chance of manipulating the trigger. It is a big safety hazard with that. The second thing is physically having to put this post here inside the barrel of the gun. Also, big negative, during the break-in period, they say it's actually normal that you will get some of this material inside the barrel of the gun, which is also very bad. You will ruin the barrel if that is not cleaned out. You can run the risk of ruining the barrel, along with any kind of obstruction in the barrel. That's just something you don't want whenever you're shooting the gun. Other than the holster being in the barrel, you do need to physically unclip the holster whenever you physically draw this gun, whether it's to either when you're sitting down, when you're driving in your car, whenever you physically take this gun off this holster, you will physically have to unclip this from your waistband, pull it out, re-put the gun back on the post, and physically put it back inside your waistband. Humongous headache. It's, for $20 to $25, is it really worth the headache? I mean, I would have rather put this money into something more, I guess, like of a premium holster, so that way I could have, it would have lasted me longer in the long run, and I would have been happier with something a little more safer, a little more reliable, and something that didn't physically have to unclip every single time I wanted to, take the gun out of my waistband. Also, Versacarry recommends that you do not keep any kind of bullet inside the chamber when you're using this. They assume that you probably have no kind of, firearms training whatsoever, no idea what you seem to be doing, according to their website. But they do recommend that you do not keep anything in the chamber, which will dramatically change your reaction times to things. So physically, if you're drawing your gun in a situation, you will have to rack a bullet into the chamber just to be able. That's going to add time. And you're not going to be able to react as quick. Another thing they actually also say, I'm going to show it to you anyway. Whenever you're physically putting the peg into the barrel, they don't want you physically pushing on this end. They want you grabbing by this here, especially if this isn't broken in yet. You're going to be really pulling on the thing. Not to mention that, the fitments on this are so tight, you're going to be literally rubbing off some of the finish of your gun whenever you're putting it into this post, taking it out of the holster. It's an absolute nightmare. As you can kind of see here, you can kind of see some parts of finish, some of the plastic wearing away. If you're like me, I like to keep my guns in very, very pristine condition, and that's something I honestly would advise against. So some key notes with this: you don't want to leave a bullet in the trigger, and you don't want to physically push the holster into the gun. From the bottom, you want to grab it from the waistband clip and physically pull it into the gun. Other than that, that is pretty much it with this holster. As far as I'd say, invest the money in something better. This is something that honestly I think could have been something really good, and I really, really wanted this to be a great holster, but it is just not. You honestly could invest that money in something that will last you a lot longer and be a lot more reliable. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any comments, if you disagree with me about this, physically leave a comment. Please subscribe if you like the video. Give me a thumbs up. I'm trying to do as many of these videos as I can. So please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.